In the southwest quadrant of the nation of Scotland, on the shore of a body of water called the Firth of Forth, stands an edifice towering 430 feet above sea level, called Castle Rock. In antiquity, this was a plugged volcano, but on top of it stands an impressive edifice called Edinburgh Castle. Built centuries ago, it has been the site of constant warfare between the English and the Scots since its construction. Despite the fact that much of the castle has been besieged, destroyed, and rebuilt through its many battles, Edinburgh still remains a formidable site. One of the many Scottish kings who ruled at Edinburgh Castle as it exchanged hands through the many years of conflict was William the Lion, who ruled from 1165 to 1214 AD. We invite you to use your imaginations along with us as we travel back in time 12 centuries to the year 1174 AD, 2 years before William was captured by the English at the Battle of Alnwick. We will witness the activities of King William the Lion's keeper of the castle, and one Sir Robert Reid of the clan of Buchanan, as he and his fellow castle keepers begin their day.
What's his name? Matthias, sir. Hey, Matthias, what clan? He's from Belga. Belga? What clan? What clan?
What clan are you from?
O'Donnell? Yes. I think I knew your father. Him and that Matthias' name. Yes. I believe I knew your father. He was a good man. He worked in the stables, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure those hey, keep those people down. Make sure that pack wagon's loaded. You would have happened if Matthias' horses. King Lion, he doesn't like his stallions being waiting. Remember the English raiding parties out in the field. Make sure that white wheel's true. His Majesty almost lost the pack wagon last night. Understood? William! What about the keys to the... what was it now? What was the name of the king? The man who's shooting the king's daughter. What was his name? Yes. Here. Give this to the blacksmith. Make sure he knows. That's Stella, the one I put on my butter. Aye. You've got to give it to Matthias, though. You have to change him a few things. Have the horses been long in the castle?
Forever, sir.
Yes. We can't let them out yet, though, because of the English raiding parties. I hope I have a good feeling, too. That's what Friar McDonough told me when I was your age. I believe they're going to let... No, the scouts said there are no more raiding parties in the fields. That means we're going to let the horses run. We're going to let them out of the castle, but you can be sure they're going to be hungry. Hey, William! Here. Is Aiden up on the deck? Those horses want to run. Aiden! Drummond! Make sure that axle's greased on the drawbridge. Here they come! Now, grease the stone. Make sure the axle's coming. They're coming. Get back, stand back there. Get them ready, go! Hey, there's no more beautiful sight than that, is there, William? I'll bet 10 shillings on the king's horse, I will. Let him run! Let him run! Make sure the king's selling. Make sure he gets the most. He's earned it today. In fact, you better give it to me. I'll take it. They're hungry. They've been trapped up in the castle courtyards for 4 months. But the English raiding parties have been driven off by our knights. Yo, Adrian! Take this to the king. Make sure the stallion gets the most. Feed them well. They've earned it today. Hey. William, what did you say his name was?
Matthias.
Matthias. First day in the castle of Edinburgh. Aye. What's to tell you? You see the boss? You're the newest keeper of the castle. There's much to learn. One of the most important things you see on Edinburgh's formidable walls. You see the catapults. You see one every 40 paces. And one of the main duties of the keeper of the castle is to make sure the catapults are always loaded. You have 10 boulders and 10 gravel sacks per catapult. Understood? 40 paces apart. Yes. Malcolm! Falling asleep again, I see. Next time I report you to the king. Now, you see, 20 paces from each catapult, you see our archers. They're not only the finest in Scotland, they're the finest in all the kingdom. Finest on the island. But you see, an archer is worthless to us unless his bow is freshly strung. Also, every arrow sharpened. Quinlet's full. The English never seem to tire of reading on stringy skill our walls. Understood? 20 paces from the catapults along the wall. Now, the cauldrons, 10 paces from the wall, from the couch. See them? The cauldrons must be filled with oil. We get the pitch from the fields. It's out about in basket. Make sure that all the wood piles are there. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. See the fourth cauldron? You can tell that it hasn't been filled by the previous one because it's tipping. You see, the keeper of the castle. The most important thing that you have are the keys. William. Everything. I take it these are yours. You'll be a fine replacement for me, William. Above all, the keeper of the castle, besides the weaponry, these are the keys. Livery stables, the armory. If the English get into the armory, I'll allow me folks. Most important, these keys go to the king's chambers and all of his family. It's your duty to keep them. I remember when I was your age, came to the castle. I was stout and strong like you. I remember I thought nothing could assail us. I was blind by eternal youth and my arrogance. But you see, St. Margaret's Chapel, the highest point in the castle? When I was your age, Friar McDonough, he's long since passed. He took me in the sanctuary. He said, Robert, I want to talk to you about your soul. I scoffed. My soul? Why should I care about my soul? He said, you should. I said, hey, Friar, I'm young. I live in Edinburgh. Our walls are unassailable. No one penetrates these walls. Many a vain Englishman has tried. But he told me, Robert, many an Englishman has scaled these walls and taken down a Scotsman like you. Needless to say, he piqued my interest. Didn't I tell you about this, William? Probably too many times.
When I first began to sound.
Yes. And I told him, what fear should I have as a young Scotsman? We live in Edinburgh, 430 feet, on Castle Rock, above sea level. Then the walls are so formidable. And then he took me into the sanctuary and opened up the Apocalypse of John from his copy of the Scriptures, the only copy on all the island. I'd never seen them. He said from the Apocalypse of John, he said one day there will be a castle that comes down from the heavens. And I thought Castle Rock was high. But he said this one, the New Jerusalem, will come down from heaven itself. Needless to say, he had my heart. He said, but Friar, what about Edinburgh's walls? Thick enough to bring a pack wagon across. High enough that the English die trying to scale it. Surely this New Jerusalem you speak of pales in significance to Edinburgh. William, I've told you what I told you. He said the New Jerusalem walls are 1,500 miles high. 1,500 miles. That's not all. 1,500 miles wide. Yea. He said they were 240 feet thick. I found my arrogance and my youth crumbling like the walls of the last English castle we took down. He said, ah, yes, but Friar, have you, as I stumbled to try to keep my pride, have you noticed, Friar, our catapults? Strongest they throw fling the boners from the gravel, the farthest from the land. What kind of weaponry did this New Jerusalem have? He said it has no weapons, only one coming out of the mouth of its king. No weapons? He said they're not needed. But we have the body of the further forth on our eastern shore. It forces the English to come from the west. But he said in the New Jerusalem there's no moat, no protective waters. He said the only waters were a river of life that flowed from the throne of the king. I was taken aback. Ah, but what about Edinburgh's drawbridge? The drawbridge, Friar! 16 feet wide, 4 feet thick! It takes 7 men to open it! Surely the New Jerusalem has nothing to compare with that! He said there are 12 gates in the New Jerusalem. Solid pearl. But not knights like us. Like Robert and Wallace. He said they have angels protecting you. I listened to him, Matthias. He first asked me if I cared about my soul, and I scoffed. But perhaps it's time, in the light of this other castle that's coming down from heaven, I start caring about my soul. I go see King William the Lion. Your Majesty. Robert Reid, clan of Buchanan, approaching. I've Chun, Your Majesty. I've trained the new keeper of the castle, Matthias, O'Donnell clan. I knew his father. Good man, Your Majesty. Yes, the men are coming, sir. Yes, they've all been called. They will serve the Queen and your daughters. Yes, Your Majesty, your stallion. Yes, Your Majesty, he was out first. And we've made sure he was fed the most. Yes, the English raiding parties have been subdued. The castle's clear, Your Majesty.